Recently, I've had a few questions about nutrition, so this week I'm going to be talking to you about calories and how to calculate them for your goals. Calories aren't as complicated as some people may have you believe. When it comes down to it, calories are basically just a matter of calories in versus calories out. Although, depending on your body and your goals, the actual amount of calories you need to eat per day will differ. Obviously, there's no scientifically perfect way of working out what your maintenance calories are. The issue with trying to work that out is everyone is different. We have different body types and different lifestyles and different jobs, and everyone's just built differently. So the best we can do is basically take a little bit of science, a little bit of maths, and then put them together, which will create us some kind of guideline range of calories to work from. That'll get us started, and then we can kind of go from there. After that though, you have a trial and error phase, which is basically used to determine whether or not the number that you've come up with is actually the right amount of calories for you and your lifestyle. Obviously, I can go into a really complex version of this and then try and use a lot of science and maths to figure it out. So you'd have to figure out your basal metabolic rate and then go from there to try and figure out what your maintenance is. I personally like to keep it kind of simple and make it the easiest and quickest way possible for me and for you guys to figure out what your actual maintenance calorie should be. The way that I personally like to figure out my calories is by taking my body weight in pounds and then timesing that by the number 13 to give me a roundabout figure of what I should actually eat per day. I've read many studies online which have very similar ideas of working out how much calories you should eat per day, but their multiplications range from 11 to 17, which is a very big range, which I suppose, depending on your lifestyle and your body type, could actually be right for you. Some people might need to times by 11 and others might need to times by 17. I personally like to go in the middle of that range and go with 13 because in the past that actual number has worked well for me. So, for example, if you take a person who weighs, 200 pounds or so, times that by 13, you'd get 2,600. So 2,600 calories per day seems kind of about right for a 200-pound person. However, as I said earlier, that number may not actually be correct for that particular person because you kind of need the trial and error phase to figure out if it is correct or if it is too high or too low for that person and their lifestyle. The best way of doing this though is to basically take that 2,600 calories per day, eat that for a couple of weeks and then see how your weight changes. If it goes up over that time, you kind of need to lower the calories. If it goes down, you kind of need to up the calories. And if it stays kind of where it was when you started, you've roughly got the right amount of calories for your maintenance. Obviously, not everyone's goals are just staying the same weight though. So basically, if you have goals of putting on weight or losing weight, you have to change that number to match your goals accordingly. Personally though, when it comes to reaching those goals, I think by changing your maintenance calories by either 300 to 500 calories per day, that should help you on your goals. So basically, if someone wants to put weight on, they'd eat between 300 and 500 calories extra, and if someone wants to lose a bit of fat or lose a bit of weight, whatever, they basically eat 300 to 500 calories less. Obviously, if you're working at the top end of that range, there are some slight cons to that. So basically, if you're eating the 500 calories, you're going to obviously put on muscle and size, but along with that, you'll probably gain a little bit of excess fat, which some people are okay with, but not everyone is. So if you're not okay with that, stay with the lower range of that. Anyway, this was just basically a quick tip video. I'll probably get into nutrition properly a lot more in the future and actually talk about what meals I eat and how I eat, and I'll talk about macros, which I'll have to explain to you guys at some point in the future. But hopefully this can help you calculate what your actual maintenance calories are. If you want any more information, I'll put some links down below, which are a lot better than me here explaining this. Anyway, hopefully that was informative for you guys. I'll probably get into a lot more nutrition and things in the future. I'll probably make videos on macros and what I eat and how I eat it. But yeah, if you enjoyed that, remember to drop me a like below, comment on stuff, give me other ideas for other videos. But yeah, as always, remember to like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever you want, and I'll see you all next time. Peace! Cause aside from my soul,